Yeah, that's right, Lauren. And tonight we're learning more about how that recent funding freeze announced by the Department of Education, as well as that Supreme Court ruling you just mentioned, may impact students and educators and school districts here in the Triangle. Local school boards say they are actively evaluating what this all means for their employees and their programs, but they also acknowledge across the state there's new uncertainty tonight.
So we hope the money is released, but it could mean changes for the school year.
For local school board chairs like Bettina Umstead with DPS, the potential loss of millions in federal funding for certain school programs, teacher professional development, and non-native English-speaking students means some difficult decisions.
I think as a district, our job is to figure out how we find those resources in other places. But I am concerned about what it means for students and their success moving forward.
According to the Department of Public Instruction, $165 million that was set to hit North Carolina's public schools has been frozen, including roughly $8.1 million for Wake County Public Schools and roughly $3 million for Durham Public Schools. It also presents acute challenges for rural school districts.
The impact will be bigger in Wake County because we have 160,000 students, but at the same time, a large organization can absorb a little bit more than a small county with a dozen schools and a much smaller employee base. Losing a few teaching positions could be crippling.
Keith Poston runs the nonprofit Wake Ed Partnership, which supports Wake County Public Schools and its students and teachers. Keith is concerned Monday's Supreme Court ruling authorizing cuts at the Department of Education could disproportionately impact Wake County's most at-need students.
There's only a certain amount of the budget, and the cracks are going to start showing, and ultimately, the students are going to suffer.
Both the funding freeze and Supreme Court ruling could also impact educators who could lose federal support for professional development training.
Educators are required to get additional professional development to keep their certification. If that goes away, then they may not have the training, the professional development that they need.
Nicole Price helps run the NCAE, which advocates for educators across North Carolina. With the start of school looming, she calls the uncertainty a frustrating situation.
I know school districts are now trying to grapple with these decisions and make real-time decisions under a lot of pressure without any sense of whether or not the funds will come, when the decisions will be made, and without a state budget.
State Superintendent Mo Green said earlier today there's only about 3 months worth of rollover funding from last school year that could help school districts offset the potential loss of that funding. Attorney General Jeff Jackson, meantime, said he hopes to get a ruling on that lawsuit he joined by the start of the school year. But Lauren, here in Wake County, that's less than 6 weeks away. We're live in Raleigh. Sean Coffey, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.